When Betty started doing one-on-one private sessions, she came up with the questions that you're going to answer as part of your sex essay. And she would always have her clients answer it first, email it, or mail it in. So she had a better read of where they were. So, this
Mhm.
is also a tool that once you go through the process, you can use in your practice. And I think it's an extension of the two questions: how do you feel about your body? And how do you feel about your orgasm? And
Yes.
somehow, when we put pen to paper, it's different than when we speak it.
Yes, writing gives you a chance to reflect. It slows down your thought
Mhm.
processes. Um, and it just kind of helps jog your memory of your sexual experiences. And when we read it, it helps us get to know you better.
Mhm.
So let's talk a little bit about the writing prompt and the questions, which you can read above this video. So the suggested length is about 3 to 5 pages. And when you submit this sex essay, we're going to read it and you'll have a meeting with a couple of us facilitators to talk about it with you. So here's what we want to read about in your sex essay. We want to read about your parents' attitudes towards sex, your religious upbringing, your first memory of masturbation. And if you haven't masturbated or it's a late, that's fine. It's just, whatever your personal experience with masturbation is. Your first partner sex experience, and a bit about your current sex life. A couple paragraphs about each one of those topics will fill out your sex essay just fine.
Mhm.
I find in reading some sex essays, it's interpreted as a timeline of your entire sexual history.
I
And
don't think I could get mine all down in one sex essay.
right,
That would be
exactly.
too
Yeah. So it's not supposed to be a comprehensive view. It's a snapshot. It's a snapshot about what you remember about your sexual development and what your sexual sex life is currently. So it just gives us a talking point. And this is something that you can always revisit later. And I always find it interesting as clients progress through this course and then maybe go back and read the sex essay after going through all of the modules, and looking at your sex essay through a different lens would be very interesting.
And it's not about partners or sex acts. It's really about your sexual beginning, right? Did
Hmm.
you get sex information in your home? Were you supported to
Hmm.
express yourself in your teens and tweens? And then what were your experiences out when you finally went out? Did you masturbate? Did you have
Right.
partner sex? There's no wrong answers, there's no failure. And what we can see is patterns. I added the last question, whereas what is your goal? And it's really helpful with clients
Hmm.
because it's like, okay, what are we looking to get out of this?
Hmm.
Sometimes it's, I can have orgasm with partners, I can't with myself. And I know I don't have the right relationship with myself and I want to go deeper. Or
Hmm.
it's that I've never had partner sex and I really want to experience that. And I'm having trouble with painful penetration. So that last question is very helpful for you as you move forward because we want you to use the sex essay when you're working with clients in the future and keep them anonymously. I mean,
Yeah.
I always save files without full names. Don't put people's names in it,
Hmm.
right? Because that's not really important. What's important is kind of keeping a history of the female experience. Yeah, so everything will be kept anonymously.
Hmm.
Right, so you don't have to even put your name on the file if that's upsetting, right? Because
Hmm.
it can be, because really you're putting down your sex history, and when Betty did her memoir, it was really hard for her to put her name on her whole entire life, so we understand that. So
Right.
privacy will be maintained, and
Yeah.
this is a great vehicle for us to get to know you, and it's also a great self-reflective tool.
Yes. Thank you. Yes. So when you're finished, you can upload your sex essay on the link on this page, or if you feel more comfortable, you can email it to me at the address on the page. And one of us, probably me, will be in touch with you soon to set up a Zoom meeting for us to discuss. And if you would prefer not to discuss, that's fine too. If you would rather just move through and talk to us at another time, that's okay as well.